Hi guys, welcome to the Man United Agenda. It's Monday evening, 8:30. I'm joined by Mr. B, and we're doing three subjects tonight. We're going to talk about the game yesterday, another loss with a friendly. Does it matter? What's the positives? What's the any bad points about the game? I know everyone will be talking about one key moment. We talk about Rashford as well. Some news come out today about Rashford and his signal of intent to stay at the club, and a bit of transfer news as well to go with that as well. So join us for the Man United Agenda. Thank you very much. Good evening. First of all, good evening to Bilal. You're first man to arrive to give us a shout out. Hope you're doing well, Bilal. Hope you enjoyed the weekend. It's Monday, and thanks for joining us on the Man United Agenda. Mr. B, how are you? How was your weekend, bro?
Good man. Just counting down the days to next week Saturday, mate. To be honest,
what do you do the weekend, Mr. B? I mean, what do you do? Do you think it's nice shopping? Do you got any errands to run?
No, I don't do errands. The kids I see them every day, so I don't need to spend extra time with them. To be fair, but no, my kids are good, so no problem. I just chill. Saw my mum Sunday, chilled on Saturday, so and watched the boxing obviously Saturday morning.
Did you stay up?
Of course I stayed up. Well, no, I tell her
like one-sided. Proper. Just talking about it, do you think? Well, I think Errol Spence, since he had the accident, look, he's driving one of these sports cars 120 miles an hour down the straight and got flung out of the car, and he was battered. And since then, I mean, the damage that he took from a few jabs in the first couple of rounds to his face, he's just not the same guy.
I know, but those jabs are on a different level, though. But let's be serious. They were like hooks, man. He was causing damage with them.
Just goes to show. I mean, skills is everything, and living the life is everything as well. And when we get a lot of footballers like that, don't we? That live the life of being a footballer, and they seem to have long careers. So fair play to Terence Crawford. He lives the life, and he's a champ. Really got a big stage right now. Recognised as number one pound for pound, and that's somewhere Man United would like to be eventually, wouldn't it?
Oh God, yeah. Let's get back to the daddy at the top table, yeah.
Oh God, Bilal's in the house. Emma as well. How you doing, well, Ella? How Emma? So how was your weekend? Big up to Wildlife Machine. He's got a crocodile on his you know. I've been watching a lot of nature programs recently, Mr. B. I don't know if you've seen those lizards. They eat the goat's whole. I forget what they're called. Monitor lizards, or maybe they eat goats whole. They bite them, put poison in them, and then the goats can't get away that far, and then they just swallow them whole completely. Chop. What are they called again?
God.
What are they called, guys? I forget what they're called. Monitor lizards, or
For
me, I see these things. I think that's the worst way. I wouldn't want to be eaten by one of these things if they were.
That's the worst way. Yeah. That probably. Yeah, you want something quick in it, like a shark, or just take your head off when you're finished in it. Well, yeah, it's quick. It's quick. It's quick.
What, you're drowning and getting eaten by a shark? That's the worst too.
No, but if he bites in your head, then you don't feel nothing. You're gone in there. It's only if he bites you. It's only an issue if he bites you.
You've been thinking about this a lot, haven't you?
I don't know. It just popped into my head just now. Anyway, look, you started the conversation. You can't blame me for
that. Big T said, Ten Hag calling out the players was interesting. He ain't happy. Okay, about the performance or the result. Big up to Matthew Bassett as well. How you doing? Bilal saying here, you can do the boxing agenda. Yes, we will. We're just touching on it. A big for sport the other day. Big up to from Stephanie Griffiths to everyone in the chat as well. And me and you, Mr. B. Big up to Komodo. Yeah, that's it. The Komodo dragon. There, amazing. Rebel saying here, my source is telling me a wild rebel might be found on the show tomorrow night. He's back, guys. He's back. Rebel's been away for a period of time, but he's back on the show. Guys, we're going to go through some topics today. First one I want to talk about is this one coming up. Adidas deal, £900 million. Let me just set this up for you guys. Just give you a little rundown of what this all means for the club. Man United have agreed a 10-year extension to their partnership with Adidas, worth around a minimum of £900 million. United's new deal with the German kit manufacturer runs till 2035, with their previous 10-year deal having been worth 750 million. So a lot more money. It's thought to be the largest kit deal in Premier League history based on revenue per season. Chelsea signed a £900 million deal with Nike in 2016, but that covered a 15-year period from 2017. The relationship between Man United and Adidas is one of the most iconic in the world of sport, said Richard Arnold. With the roots in the 1980s, our partnership has been reinvented over the past decade with some of the most innovative designs and technology in sportswear as well. The two parties' latest partnership began at the start of 2016, and Adidas having previously supplied the kits from 1980 to 1992. I know you've got a few of those retro kits there, Mr. B, as well. There's the two parties. American owners Glazers are still in talks over selling United, who have said that the new deal has a minimum cash guarantee of 900 million, subject to adjustments. According to Man United's latest annual report, the original agreement with Adidas links part of the yearly payments to the club's participation in the Champions League as well. So failure to play in the Champions League for 2 consecutive seasons would reduce the annual payments by 30%. The 3-time winners, that's us, Man United, of the Champions League, will return to Europe's Premier League Premier Club Division competition. This season, having failed to qualify last year, despite in 2023. Despite not having played in Champions League last season, United said last month the club has headed for record revenues as well. I will go, there's a lot more to talk about, but Mr. B, I mean, wow, 900 million guaranteed if we played in the Champions League as well. How does that feel for you? Or are you acting suspicious? I see you frowning a little bit.
It's you know what? It's not suspicious, but remember when this takeover malarkey started, and I said, if United do well, them SLBs aren't going to go nowhere. We qualified for the Champions League. They've now signed a record shirt deal, 90 million a year. Where are they going? Where are they going?
So what are you saying here?
This to me is just this is just to me a sure sign that they're not going anywhere. Why would this deal be coming out now? Why wouldn't it have come out? You know, it didn't have to come out today. It could have come out in 2 weeks if the club was being sold. You know what I mean? Yeah, nobody's talking. Granted, nobody's talking about the takeover, but nobody don't know nothing. Somebody inboxed me today. Oh, you don't talk about the takeover, brethren. I know as much as you. So what am I going to do? What does he want me to do? Make up stuff. We talk about transfers because this is what we know about. This is what we can talk about. You know what I mean? So, it's just not going to surprise me on Monday. It's just not going to surprise me if they hitch up and don't do nothing.
Do you think it's a good deal? It's supposed to be the biggest shirt deal in.
Well, yeah. Look, if we're doing it as a try to forget about that side of it, then yeah, it shows that they're back on track. It shows that because who passed us? Liverpool's one was more than ours the other day, and they were being all gassed. We know Man City's ones are all fake, whatever numbers they come out with. It's going to be interesting to see how much shirt sales Newcastle have suddenly. But they've always sold shirts. The problem is, you know, everybody's saying boycott shirts. That's great, but then United are talking about record shirt sales already. You know, so obviously Adidas know what they're doing, designing some of the trash that they've been designing lately, especially that white one. But it's difficult on Monday. I think it's difficult. You want to be happy that you've got the shirt, but I just feel that it's going to lead to something else further down the line. That's all.
Okay, interesting that. I want to say hi to Andy Williams. He's talking Amarat. Is he signed? We don't know that yet. Alex is in the house as well, saying big up, guys. Questions about Holland, when we're going to do a checkup or medical, I imagine he's saying here.
As soon as I never understand how it takes so long to sign paperwork, to be fair.
Rebel saying here, so we're talking about the deal for £900 million shirt deal with Adidas. And Adidas deal worries me, says Rebel. Give a platform for the Glazers to suck resources for another decade. So has Rebel been in your ear? Because my thing would be saying, oh, wait, maybe this is organized or orchestrated by the new owners coming through to sign a new deal. You know, I don't know. You can see it both ways. You're looking at it at the Glazers getting more money on around the club and more grip on the club. I'm looking at it like, well, maybe the new owners are responsible for this, or organising a shirt deal, or Adidas are investing in Man United based on, oh, this looks promising. You're going to sell the club. You're going to have new owners. You're going to be successful. You're going to play in the Champions League. And look, for me, it's based on being playing in Champions League. Otherwise, we'd lose 30% of the deal if we're not playing in Champions League. So Adidas might be thinking, all right, we do it on performance-based thing, knowing that Man United are likely, with the deal, with this new ownership coming through, they must know something. Then that Man United are going to be successful in the next few years.
I never thought of it. You know what? I didn't think of it like that at all. Maybe I should have done. Maybe I should have done. Maybe then I wouldn't have been so pissed when I heard the news. But you could be right on Monday. Look, we don't know. We don't know.
But I just think it's fantastic, a great deal, and it's iconic. Isn't it? You're wearing your Adidas shirt right now. You got the label, but yeah, growing up in the '80s, it's always about Adidas. That was where we stood with our FA Cup triumphs in '83, '85, and obviously '91, 1991 Cup Winners' Cup. Andrew Williams in the house, Niles in the house as well. Andrew saying, why are we doing deals at this when the club is about to be sold? So that's a question. 2 questions he's asking. Why are we doing deals at this when the club is about to be sold? You've answered your way. I've answered my way. A few more comments here. We need the chic, says Bilal. Matthew Bassett saying it's 90 million a year for a decade. Adidas deal. That's 90 million times 10. Yes, good maths. Dale Griffiths in the house saying that's the Glazers not selling with 900 million in the back pocket. Now, see, where's this cynical kind of thinking coming from, guys?
It's not cynical, Omondi.
It is.
It's not, no.
You rebel and now Dale are being really cynical about this. All right. Anyway, so what percentage of the club do the 6 Glazers siblings own individually? I'm sure someone can answer that for you, Matthew. Don't need the oil money, although it would help. It would generate our own money with great sponsorship deals. Big T saying we'll be spending this year's 90 million from Adidas this transfer window. The original 120 million budget plus 90 million. That's 210 mil. You like maths, Mr. B? You were talking about what we had to spend this a few weeks ago. So you add 90 million to that.
I told you. I said to you, was it going to be the look of we were acting Brock? I told you.
Big up to Bath Time as well. He's saying, have you not seen Ten Hag's quotes about the second half and Varane, etc.? Varane didn't feature, I don't think, did he? It was Martinez and Lindelof. RJ's in the house as well. I want to know what his quotes are there. Emma's saying here, we've probably been talking with Adidas for a long time now, that's for sure. Rajat as well saying, but Man United looking competent with Maguire playing, joke going on too long. Bath Time saying, send him the Andy Cole picture, Mr. B. I don't know what that's about. Big T saying here, Adidas want our global market and shirt sales. They don't care who the owner is. Okay, so there you go. Kane is leaving, says Rajat. Any more about the deal? Everyone's talking stuff here about Kane going to Bayern Munich. Want to say hi to Vincent Bullock. He's talking about the deal. He's saying, I think the announcement about him will be announced due to stock market close. I send an announcement to be tomorrow. All right, here's what he's saying. He called out Varane and the subs in the second half. They get the full quotes in. Thank you very much for that.
Oh yeah, he said that they didn't play to he said that they didn't play to the system and they didn't listen to instructions or something like that.
Oh right, okay, so you know. Else Adidas is dearly snatch it and not a company. That'll be in around 5 minutes, like City Sponge. Vincent, I can never read your comment properly. Stephanie Griffiths is saying, need to know basis. We need to know what's happening until it's done. Wildlife Machine, you said hi. Now you're going to comment. I want to hear what you've got to say. Why are we making decisions about Greenwood's future? Has it to take so long? Why making a decision about Greenwood's future has taken so long? I don't know about that. I don't know what's going on with that, to be honest. Mr. B is about to spit something there about it, weren't you?
Yeah, we purposely ain't commented when we know I'll go on, then I'll open my mouth, but I'm just gonna keep it still before I get myself in any trouble.
All right, a couple more here before we talk about this. So 900 million goes into coffers straight away. FFP restrictions no more, then let's go and buy more players. That's from Big G. Barthelme saying, so that was already annoying, but the last half hour was bad, was a poor performance, didn't follow the rules at all, not in pressing. That's from the manager. Thanks for that, half-time. Not in building up and not in attacking. So there were 11 individuals on the finally on the pitch, and that wasn't good at all. And it's ironic because he started with a B team, I imagine. In the second half, he started making subs as well. Sorry, Vincent saying, can't read my surname, can't read my comments, laughing out loud. Sorry. Oh, good. All right, Mr. B. So, all right, the deal's been done. We got conflicting views about, the intention here, what's going on. I think it's brilliant for the club. I think it's the best deal. We are going to get sold for the most money. We've got a sponsorship deal, which is the most in Premiership. We've got more transfers coming through. I don't see what this has to do with the Glazers staying. I just don't get it. They've said they're going to sell. They're going to sell, surely.
Do you believe them? If they were going to sell, wouldn't they have sold already? Bruv, listen, when they said we talk about sales, we were doing shows. Oh, we're going to have this money. They're going to be gone by March. They're going to be gone by April. They're going to be gone by May. They talk about them not being on before the beginning of the season. Now, if we didn't have Ten Hag, we would be in one hell of a mess. Because if it's down to him, if it was down to the same Watless man that had been working there, doing transfers, trying to scout these players, who would we have? Rabiot and Arnautovic.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So we need to count our blessings that he's actually in charge of our club and he's who we've got. But we'll have to see.
Okay. Thank you, Vincent. You can read that. He's taking a mickey out of me for my Will Smith mispronunciation. Barthelme saying, for Rashi, we expect him to raise the bar. He had a good season, but it doesn't give guarantees for another great season. Everything has to be right. His base, his foundation, attitude, and lifestyle as well. We started the show talking about Terence Crawford. He's the winner at the weekend because of his lifestyle. He lives the life. Wildlife Machine says, smoke and mirrors, no sale is happening. Okay, so it's spreading this cynical attitude, Mr. B and Rebel and all the other guys. It's spread throughout the group as well. I want to say hi, everyone. Give Christine Howley a wave. How you doing, Christine? And again, from Dub Joker says, how can they stay after all this fire bump on them greedy bastards? Yeah, he's gone from Jamaican patois to bloody Cockney greedy bastards. Yeah, I agree with everything you're saying there, bro. Totally. Hi, Joe's in the house as well. All right, let's just talk about the game, bruv, because I want to talk about this. This is we played Dortmund in America. We lost 3-2. We went 1-0 up. Just want to say shout out to someone who used to be on the agenda. He was at the game yesterday. Who's the guy? Oh God, I can't even think of his name. Who's the guy? He does theatre production and
theatre production.
Yeah, he used to be on our show.
And he does theatre production.
Walter.
Who the fuck? Oh, what's it?
Yeah,
OS.
Yeah. OS was at the game with his family. I've seen him on Facebook. I don't know if you guys remember OS used to be on the show. If you were one of the originals on Man United Agenda,
right?
Top pundit as well. He was at the game live and recorded the game. He's got a little video of Dalot's goal. That was fantastic. I thought we played well in the first half. Just read out the team. We started with Heaton, Dalot right back, Harry Maguire, Lindelof and Williams. In midfield, it was a three of Ericsson, McTominay and Donny. And we had Forson. He was playing with Sancho and Pellistri. Pellistri was really good. Went 1-0 up with that goal from Dalot. Did you see the goal?
Ripper.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Ripper. Very surprised. But see, that's the part of the game that Wan-Bissaka can't do.
Yeah.
That's,
Wan-Bissaka scored that goal.
Yeah, Wan-Bissaka does that twice for the season. His price just goes... But I don't think he's got the other part of that to his game. And that's the part of that I like with Dan. If he gets in those positions, man, he's going to have the dig. So, yeah, great ball, great finish, man. Great finish.
And then, so we played pretty well in the first half. I think Pellistri was quite dangerous. Showed again why I think he should be featuring this year in the squad, in my opinion. Forson, done okay. He's another good youngster. Donny van der Beek. Yeah, but he done okay. For a youngster, I mean, he's featured, played, started the game. Donny van der Beek, he's not doing himself no justice, I don't think. I don't think he's got the ability to stay. And I think he's one who should be leaving. But McTominay played pretty well. And I don't think we should sell McTominay. He done all right.
Sell him. He's shit.
Okay. Why?
I'm just not. You know what? We've had this guy playing our midfield who we have cussed for 2.5 years. Yeah. The only person I know who sticks something on a regular is bath time. Why? Because he's had one good 60 minutes. Is man saying that we shouldn't get rid of, man? He's shit on Monday. Bloody hell.
Okay. I don't want to waste the show going back and forth with McTominay, but I think we should keep him because we've got Donny there, and I don't think Donny's got the ability to stay. I've seen, look, he's come back from injury, talented. I think he's quite an intelligent player, but I've seen like he's played in one time and the defender got there first. He ain't got blistering pace. I think he needs a little something extra physicality wise to get him playing the Prem. And I just don't. Yeah, he's been there a while, and I think we should sell him, try and get some money for him. He's young enough, and keep McTominay. You can't sell off all your midfield, even though I've got players coming in. And obviously, we've got Kobe, who's going to be out for first half of the season as well. So I think you can't sell everyone. I think McTominay needs to stay.
Do you know what, right? This is how I know you're a man. This is how I know you're a football manager, isn't it? You know, like you have to be cruel to be kind sometimes on Monday, man. You can't keep everybody sweet. And I'm sure you're not that guy who's just going to play a guy because he's nice and he's nice around the changing when he's pants on the football pitch. Yeah. I'm on there. How much? I know. Look, there's no point. I'm not going to go. Like you said, let's not go back and forth on that one. We'll agree to disagree.
Well, I think the people in the comments are trying to sort of stir things up here because Matthew Bassett's saying "fuck freeze." See, he's just winding you up. He's trying to push your buttons to get you to go. Yeah.
See,
you're about to blow up. All right. So Matthew Bassett also saying 45 million or keep McTominay. I thought McTominay played well yesterday.
35 million. 35.
35. Okay, I'd say don't sell him, man. He's not for sale. RJ saying Wan-Bissaka and Delo. It gives you a good balance with the attributes you were talking about earlier. Bath time saying big up that McTominay movement. Yes, I'm leading that right now. 35 or 40 million to let McTominay go. Nah, man, said Raja. Emma saying didn't watch the game, saw clips of Ten Hag talking with Forson, and someone said he was probably subbed off after the yellow because he was playing with his emotions instead of his head.
Yeah, he got into it. Yeah, he got into
That's a Bruce one. Giving McTominay captaincy makes me think he's being kept now. So there you go. He was captain. So that gives you a big indicator that, look, this guy is a leader. Wildlife Machine is laughing probably at you, Mr. B. Not me. No, I don't know. Let us know what you're laughing about. Dale Griffiths is saying Donny and Fred will both be sold before the first game of the season. Unfortunately, Mr. B, but Tomley will be here next season. So he's been wise here with his.
If West Ham keep getting these £40 million bids turned down, but they haven't offered us 40 million for McTominay yet. They've gone Ward-Prowse. They've gone somebody else. As soon as they cut, they know they don't really want McTominay. But they're going to need a central midfielder, and they know if they bid 40 million to us for McTominay, he's gone.
I disagree. I don't think you can sell him. He's irreplaceable. Rajat saying McTominay did nothing. Can't give him 2 out of 10. That's God. Sell McTominay to West Ham for 40 minutes is Matthew Bassett. Where was the VAR? He gets sent off. Talking about that's from bath time. Talking to Emma. Vincent saying I'll take 35 million and 2 years worth of free broccoli from Asda. All right, I'm just talking about his performance. Ericsson played well. His passing, that's outstanding. His passing, his vision, the way. I think he's got to stay. But you got I think Donny's the odd man out of the three. Talking about the defense because late in the game, late in the first half. I know Ten Hag was talking about the second half, but I was disappointed with late in the second half. In the first half, we conceded 2 late goals after I felt we were comfortable. First one was Lindelof. And if that was Harry Maguire, the feature of the show, your thumbnail today would say, Harry Maguire's got to go. He makes another mistake. I didn't hear you say boo. There's not even a whisper about Lindelof making a mistake. He played out from the back and passed it straight to a guy who they went on to score.
Wasn't that the no, listen, look. That's why they're second string. That's why he's second string. I will say this. Lindelof obviously looks up to Harry Maguire, wants to play just like him. And that's why he made that pass to impress Harry, to realise, you know what, you're not the only shit one in defence. I can play as bad as you. That's why he did it.
You're terrible, man.
You know what?
You know what, Mr. B? that was a bad mistake. That was a bad mistake.
No, it was. But all of the goals were mistakes on Monday. The 3 goals that they scored, Lindelof, was it Lindelof the second goal? Lindelof was the second goal
that we conceded. No, the second goal. Mistake for the second goal.
Yeah. And Wan-Bissaka was the third goal. But I'm sure there was an error for the first goal as well.
Yeah. Sorry. It was just Lindelof. I've got here. Lindelof made a mistake for the second. Where was the first and second? The 2 goals came in 2 minutes at the end of the first half after we were playing pretty well. So we got comments here twice now. They've said Maguire makes Lindelof nervous. They're making excuses for him. I got a comment here. Obviously went into the first half after playing pretty well and conceded 2 late goals, and that sort of changed the game. The managers obviously had some negative comments, but there's a comment here because we saw with Onana, he came on the second half for Heaton, and there was you've seen it. I'm sure you've seen it. It's gone viral where he's saved a shot, and the rebound went to that lovely striker they've got from, I forget his name now. He's very quick. He peered it wide, and then Onana ran off to literally like a Peter Schmeichel, ran over to Maguire and gave him an earful. Did you see that?
Yeah, and it's about time that we have players who don't care about hurting somebody's feelings. I'm not going to say it was Maguire's fault that the shot came in, because looking at it, I'm sure it wasn't his side. Maybe there was something that he had to do or something that he didn't do. But I don't care. I don't have no problem if Onana wants to shout at Martinez, if he wants to shout at Maguire, if he wants to shout at Bruno for them not doing the job that they want to do, then shout away. If that's how he portrays himself, that's something that they have to get used to on Monday. Come on, man. You know you're not stressed. I'm not. Come on now. You want confidence.
You like to see that, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do. Listen, footballers don't have to be friends. They've got a job to do. There's beer man in my workplace that I can't fucking stand. But I will grin up. No, I will grin up with them and be nice to them.
Yeah.
But, you know, you know my mouth already on Monday.
I do, yeah.
Yeah. So when it goes,
a few times.
When it goes, it goes. But I really do try to be, you know, but sometimes people need to hear things. And that's just the way it is. Get it out in the open, so that they deal with it, you deal with it. And if they still want to cry 24 hours later, let them fuck off.
Okay. Barca saying that the worst one I've seen from the highlights was Casemiro and Wan-Bissaka. I think that's the one that got Ten Hag vexed the most. I got a statement here, and it's true. I'm going to read it out to you. It's from Onana. I'm going revert him now, talking about him going up to Maguire. Onana's given it his personality. He's shown already that he's very confident. He's got his chest out, and he talks it, and he backs himself. So he said, I said, I try to talk to them a lot because I know he's a good player. He's talking about them, but he's talking about Maguire here. So I try to talk to him a lot because I know he's a good player. He's one of the captains of the team, okay? So influential player. Talking about Maguire here, this is the new goalkeeper. He's one of the captains of the team, he says. That's big, and he's good with the ball. So I would demand from him a lot, and he's a great guy. So he's basically saying he's very good with the ball. He's a big player around the club, and he would demand a lot from him. So by going up to him and saying that's not good enough, he knows he can do better because he demands a lot from him. But the key thing for me is saying he's good with the ball. And then because Onana can spray balls, did you see what he was doing? He's spraying some beautiful balls like nothing. He's just so cool. He's so cool, man. So to him to give an endorsement like that, I think that's good for Harry Maguire to say to him, because it's not ruining him. It's saying to him, I expect better from him because he's a good player and he's a leader.
So he's been with him for what, 3 days, 4 days? He's trained with him.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when he shouts at him again, if Maguire's still there in 6 months, guarantee you the words coming out of Onana's mouth ain't gonna be he's a good passer. Yeah, trust me.
All
Trust
right.
me.
But if you look, it's a new sort of connection. They've got the goalkeeper linking up with the defence. They're going to be playing a lot of drills together, and then on the pitch, bringing the ball out together. And he's seeing firsthand that boy Lindelof just gave the ball away. Damn, what's going on here? And they scored. And then Maguire, he can see this man can play. He brings the ball out, chest up, sprays balls, good distribution. He can see what Maguire can do. So he's coming in, and his first impressions are saying, man, this guy can play. He's a good leader as well. Anyway, bath time saying, I saw someone say today that Onana is the Paul Scholes replacement we've needed for 10 years. I swear he can spray some great balls. Rajat saying here, Maguire McTominay can go for the best efficient value deal for £18 million. Wildlife is saying, and he can walk away like a shamed dog. Oh, God. Could we play Dallo on the wing, says Rajat. I'd say no. Good on Onana, says Bilal as well. Stephanie saying, keeper that give Rollikin is a long overdue. Benjamin Schmeichel. Onana's getting high fives and claps and fire signs here from RJ as well. Bart is saying here, United need a centre back as Varane cannot play week in, week out. The Axel Desai is going to Chelsea. Tanobi from and this Kush, guy from Southampton, are getting gettable, while Antonio Silva from Benfica is a dream option. So he's throwing out names. He plays a lot of Championship Manager, you can tell. Rajat saying here, this is far looking, but Onana could be the next VVD. Okay, Pat Lawless, guys. If you watched Rebels final show, or so-called final show with Bath Time and the boys.
Whose final show? Rebels final show.
I mean, Solo. Sorry, Solo's the one that you shut down, Mr. B. I don't know if you know this guy. I found out Explain yourself. Cutting off a whole stream like that. What happened?
I had a very enjoyable early Saturday evening, and I thought I'd jump on the stream, and it was all right until I had to leave. I swear, on Monday, you know when you see the button go,
yeah,
I just said, "Oh shit!" I just thought, "Oh no."
For those who don't know, just a highlight. So on the top right, there's one called End Broadcast, and now on the bottom there's a big one saying Leave Studio, and you pressed End Broadcast instead of saying slide it out.
I was on my mobile, man. Blame my phone, man.
Oh dear. Anyway, Pat Lawless was on the show. He hasn't been with us for a while, and I can say congratulations. Pat is back at Rhymes. Pat, be lovely to see you on the show very soon, and I'm sure everyone in the comments would love to see you back. He said Alana is the voice of us fans. Oh God. So he's talking about back in Maguire as well. Vincent saying sometimes people need to hear the truth, the home truth, and nothing but the home truth. Mr. B should have his own reality TV show, especially when he's turning off broadcast as well. Explaining that would be you should have a fly on the wall TV shows. I've always been saying this about your work as well. Want to say hi to Casper. Casper, hope you're doing well, man. We're talking about you today. I was talking about you. I'll talk to you backstage anyway, Casper, about it, because we're just talking about our season last season and what happened and everything, and we're trying to get our club in order. And your name came up as well. You're a great ref, and you're a great pundit as well. So I want to see you back on the show as soon as possible. Glazer's not leaving now, but the Adidas deal, he's saying. That's from Casper. Everyone say hi to Casper, please. Oh God, let's see. Big T saying here, I said Rashford was playing for a contract last season, early days, but looking that way so far, he needs to get his head up. I think we've covered everything about the game, haven't we? The other day, played well, but lost the game. But we still, obviously, we can see where the mistakes come from. Mr. B, the last bit of news we're going to touch on today is this here. Rashford wants to leave before Ten Hag arrived. There is an article out in The Guardian. It's saying Marcus Rashford claimed he considered leaving Man United last summer. That's just before the manager arrived. Rashford has admitted he considered leaving Man United a little bit last summer, but Eric Ten Hag's rival has changed his stance. The season before, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was permanent manager, and it was a difficult one for England forward. He managed only 5 goals and did not score after January, with his confidence particularly low. I'm going to repeat that. He managed 5 goals the season when Gunnar Solskjaer was there, and he did not score after January. With his
Is that the season? Sorry, I'll let you finish before I cut you off.
Last season, the reason why he's considering leaving, before Ten Hag came, when Ollie was there, whatever, I can't say his name probably, he managed 5 goals and didn't score after January. In the close of the season, the reports about Paris Saint-Germain were interested in buying him from the boyhood club, but Rashford was asked if he had considered leaving. He said before the manager, Ten Hag, came along, maybe a little bit he was considering leaving, but it's football. It happens. Everything's going to happen for a reason. And he came to the club for the right time, at the right time for me. The timing worked out. So he was saying our saviour for Rashford is Ten Hag. And the result is he scored 30 goals. First time United players done so since Robin van Persie a decade ago. He outlined what had changed under new managers. This from Rashford. Freedom, he said. That's the key word. This from Rashford talking about what's changed. Freedom. We were just a little bit rigid in the past, so rigid. Now we've got more freedom. Sometimes you're not enjoying your football. And that was the case with me. I wasn't enjoying my football as much as I should be. As much as I was enjoying it, as much as I should be enjoying it, Rashford said. Because of that, it influenced my performance, and ultimately, that's how I am as a person. If I'm not happy, then it's difficult for me to play my best football. So to keep him playing more, you have to keep him happy and give him some freedom. Not have that rigidness, he's saying here. Just a bit more freedom, a little bit more stability. That gives you the baseline to try and showcase your abilities. I enjoy scoring goals, making assists, playing in the forward areas, and trying to cause a threat to the other team. All right, so I'm going to leave it there. Ten Hag, there's loads of quotes here, but you can basically get the drift of what Rashford's saying. Freedom to play, not playing in a rigid system. The managers really sort of changed things for him from scoring 5 goals and not scoring in January. Since January, now he's come and scored 30 goals, first time since Robin van Persie. Your thoughts on that? I mean, Rashford's come out and spoken. It's a big endorsement for our manager, clearly.
No, it is. It is. The fact that you have to remember Rashford played with a broken back. Yeah, I don't listen. You can tap me all you want, bruv. I'm not having. The man was injured. Yeah, he put himself on the line, and all he got was bullshit. All he got was bullshit. Yeah, from all of the fans. Oh, he's this, he's that. Of course, he wanted to fucking leave. Yeah, the people who should have been backing him because he played with a broken back. Yeah, the people who should have been backing him were the ones who were giving him the most stick. So, yeah, do you know what? If he had left, I would have been done out here. You done know already, boy. That would have broke my heart. But you know, it is what it is. I'm glad he stayed. But what Ten Hag has said is that he expects Rashford to get more goals than he did last season.
Really? This season?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
That is what he expects from Marcus Rashford. Now, I know there's a lot of doubters in the chat. There's enough doubters in the chat as to whether or not he's going to hit those figures. I'd take 25. If he hits 25, then no issue, no problem. In all competitions, yeah.
So they usually play about 50, 60 games. So 25 is like a
1 in 2. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take that. But he can't be finishing the season on Martial numbers. You know what I mean? 10 and 12 and 11. That ain't gonna cut it. He needs to be, regardless of if Højlund's coming in and banging in or not banging in, he has to take responsibility for his own goal contribution. So yeah, I am expecting 30 minimum, and I'm glad that Ten Hag has made that public, because you can't have these players just sitting down there, cocking up their arse, picking up all of that money, and there's no pressure, no external pressure. He's now made it public. He needs to hit 30 for the season minimum. That's beautiful. Wow. That's music to my ears.
Wow. I think, there's a lot of comments here I'm just going to touch on. Andrew Williams is saying, I wish Rashford went. Miko, how you doing, Miko? Long time this season. Can you blame him if he did at that time? I wouldn't blame him at that time if he did. He wasn't scoring. He said he clearly wasn't happy. Bruno and Rashford need to be rested more during the first few weeks, as they've overplayed and played through knocks last year, even a broken back, as Mr. B would say. Ed Mayhem saying Rashford never considered leaving, in his opinion. I want to say big up to Shah as well. He's back. It seems like everyone's returning. to the fore with success of Man United Football Club. Big up, Shah. I hope you're doing well, bro. We've got another one here from Bart. He's saying Garnacho can push Rashi's place and can have a breakthrough season this year. Hydro reckons he's getting 35 plus this season, which is what the manager demands of him. High demands, of course. Would you take Rashford or Mane now? I think Rashford's coming into that form where he's coming to the age where Mane started to blow up as well. So I always thought that's the benchmark for Rashford. Look at Mane a few seasons ago. I think he's coming into that sort of category now where you can play like that. Rashford because of his age, says Andrew Williams. Shah United is saying here, I wasn't happy with them players when they was getting paid and not playing. Rashford leaving would have been a problem, but whatever happens, we need that 30 goal plus 10 assists from him now. RJ saying, not worried about Rashford at all. Big T is saying, Rashford scoring and not assisting, passing makes him no better than Ronaldo. Andrew Williams saying, Rashford is a very good player when in form, but when he's out of form, as often as he is not very good. Emma saying here, talking about assists, Anthony's goal against Dortmund, I wish he would do some more of those low balls to another player so he can get assists out of them. Rajat is saying here, he will have to work hard to hit 30 goals. All right, so Rashford saying what made him happy is having that freedom. If he's happy and being happy makes him a better player as well. And winning sides and success, cups and getting to the top four, that clearly makes him happy. And obviously the training, everyone's talked about Ten Hag being a bit disciplinarian, but he must be happy at the club, must be enjoying it because he's scoring goals, and the atmosphere must have improved behind the scenes. Do you reckon that's something key?
Yeah, I think so. Ten Hag, look, everybody, it was common knowledge that the dressing room was a mess. And whatever he did, he seemed to have sorted it out very, very early. Whether he spoke to everybody and told them that they must sort out their business or whatever, we knew there was issues going on. So these things managers have seen before, coming into the dressing room and dressing room splits. Maybe something worked at our club where he tried and it worked again. Who knows? But winning, the one thing being winning, I think, is more what breeds harmony, because the people who are moaning about not playing, they're ready, they're chomping at the bit. So the level in training steps up.
Yeah.
But then those players have to be ready to step up when they get the opportunity. I mean, I'm not all for, some of the games that really kind of, when we play like a League Cup game or FA Cup game and the whole team is changed. Yeah. I understand people need a rest, but wouldn't it be better to maybe put in 4 of the new ones and mix them with the experience so they're kind of learning off those guys? Because sometimes you'll change the whole 14, 15, and then we as fans expect them to still be playing the same way that they've been playing. It's impossible. It's not going to happen. That's why they're second level players, because they can't do what the first team boys are doing. So I think it makes it a little bit. But look, how are you feeling about pre-season on Monday?
Yeah, I'm really happy. From what I've seen every single game now, 90 minutes. I stayed up again to watch the Dortmund game, and everything looks promising. Obviously, we beat Arsenal. That was massive. The loss against Real Madrid, can understand why we lost that. The loss against Wrexham was just a B team, so I'm not interested in that. Anana's been a positive for me. The way we're playing out from the back is a positive for me. I think in the final third, we're looking good as well. We just haven't got anyone to finish
scoring.
Yeah, scoring. But it will happen because we got Ramos on his way. And who do you think the fastest player in our team is at the moment?
Well, I did see something that yes.
Tell us all about it. Go on.
But by all accounts, it's Rasmus after last season's stats. I mean, I'm sorry, Monday. I can't see him being faster than Rashford when he touches the ground. Looks like lightning. So I don't know how they work out what a top speed is. If it's a top speed that he hits for that's.
Yeah, it's the top speed that you're running. They can track you with the trackers, and at one point you might be reached speed of 27 or 27 kilometers an hour.
I think it was a lot more than 27. Let me see if I can get this up one before.
It's a 0.2 faster than Rashford has run this season.
That's frightening.
So it is frightening, yeah, and that added to his game with all the other attributes he's going to be a threat. I mean, we could be playing a break. He could get in behind players. Rashford does that already, coming in from the left, beating the trap. He can do that as well, and he can run with the ball as well. He can dribble the ball. So, I've seen him a lot of his goals where the ball's played across, and he's run and slided in and buried the ball because he's got the pace to do that as well. So, I'm really excited to see that the pace. Pace is a key attribute for a striker as well.
Miko. So
saying?
Miko said here, Hodgson is quick but not fast. So what are you calling Rashford? And just out of curiosity, can 35.97 kilometers an hour? Can somebody tell me what that is in mph, please? I don't understand
That's
this.
Like 25, maybe 25 kilometers an hour or something like that. It's miles
so that's about 25 miles an hour.
Not 20. What am I talking about? 22, 20. I don't know. I know
it's over 20 though, right?
Yeah, over 20.
Listen, man, that man can run. I don't want to hear that about
man
saying he's not fast.
The point is, he's faster. Those stats are faster than Rashford's stats.
Yeah.
Here we go. Flex Felix, how you doing? Rashford is strong too. No need to bulk up for the Prem. I think he's ready. Are you guys excited? Nobody is running 37 kilometers an hour.
No, it's not. It's not 37. It's 35. Let me get it right. 35.97. Listen, I didn't. Please, don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger.
So he's fast. We know he's fast.
Yeah.
Even if Rashford's as fast as Miko. Rajat saying, Haaland is fast. We know that. Okay. If you want pace, signing. Oh, you're saying Bolt, says Bart, the serious fan as well. But yeah, that's really, it's going to cause defenders a problem. Someone else is fast is the guy from Nunes from Liverpool. He's come along with a price tag last season, 22 years old, but he's quick as well. He hit some really high stats when he's been measured for his pace. But I think being a striker is not just about hold up play. You know, you've got to get him behind as well, and that gives you an option that you could, under pressure, you can hit him over into the channels and he will get there, or get him turning and running at people and he push and go. I've seen a lot of those goals like that as well. So that's exciting. With Rashford, imagine it's Rashford, Haaland, and Anthony with Bruno and Ericsson and Mount behind them. It's looking good. This is what I'm saying. It's looking really good. All right, here we go. We've got some whiz kids. That's Shah in the house. He's got his calculator out. So he's saying 35 divided by 2 times 15 over 7. So after you see the maths there. Whatever M8 miles per hour, just need to see the back of the net. How quick, I don't care. He doesn't care, basically. He's showed out a lot of figures, but he doesn't really care about it. Last couple of comments here. Rajat saying UK media is going to constantly compare Haaland with Haaland. We don't care. Nope. And Emma saying they didn't have him listed. There you go. What about this comparison? I don't care about that.
I don't care. I'm really not bothered. Our striker, I tell you what, he ain't hitting 50 goals. Our striker ain't hitting 50 goals next season. So, you know, we're not in that. We weren't in that market for that kind of striker. So, you know,
I can guarantee he's going to do more than Haaland, the Man City Haaland, outside
team play.
Yeah. That's where we think. So you don't gauge things just on goals. Because I watched City lost the other day, and Haaland or whatever did nothing. You know, if you don't feed him, you don't score. Jeff saying, big up Jeff, guys, big up to Jeff as well. This is another guy, goes to games, went on to the tour game and came on the show the other day as well, representing one of the best refs out there, knowledgeable guy. Jeff is saying, Match for Bassett out traveling today, hot and dusty. He's always giving the temperature reports from the US of A, Texas. It's really hot. And how many goal contributions do you expect from Mason? I think 12 in the league. That'd be Mount, Mason Mount. Yeah, I think Mount could contribute for sure. Haaland is an android. They can't be compared yet. Rasmus has great hold-up plays as Jeff, and Haaland is generational. Haaland is just a talent. Pat Lawless is saying here, out of all the signings we made, Mount shot me the most. Good player, but I've never seen it coming. What do you guys think? I think Mount will be one of the best. Him will be the key signing for us, I think, with the goalkeeper. Mr. B?
No, mine's is Onana. I think Onana changes everything that we do, to be fair.
Yeah, I've seen that for sure. All right, so what's on for the rest of the week? Have we got any more friendlies coming up?
We've got another game on Saturday. Yeah, we've got a game on Saturday.
So we're leaving America. We're coming back.
We've left now. Yeah, we've left now. We've got Lens at Old Trafford on. Is it Sunday? Saturday? 12:45 Saturday. I got football, so we might have to try and sort something out for that. And we've got another one. We've got Atletico Madrid on. Is it the Tuesday or the Wednesday?
Right.
And then the league starts. So we got Wolves on the Monday, innit?
Wow.
2 weeks.
Do you feel that you've had enough time off, Mr. B, even though we're still doing shows daily?
Yeah. I'm ready for United to play.
To
yeah. I'm ready to go. I'm even ready to be moaning at my miserable losing bunch of sods on the Saturday. So yeah, I've had my revitalization. I've had my break. I'm ready to go, man.
Give a big shout out to Himashu. He's saying Saturday and Sunday, B2B. These are the games coming up
back to back. Oh, that's what Saturday and Sunday back to back. Okay, I got you now. Yes, he's right, because the second one, the Atletico Madrid, is 4:00 on Sunday.
So Lens is on Old Trafford at Saturday, the 5th, and the next day we play in Ireland, I think. That's from Vincent. Vincent goes to the game, so he knows what they're talking about. Big up, Vincent. Guys, we'll be back tomorrow, of course. And don't forget, the Irish boys are back now. They've had their holidays. So you got Pat Lawless, you've got Rebel back on the scene. So we'll be mixing it up. It's been me and Mr. B a lot over the last couple of weeks. So we can maybe put our feet up and let the Irish boys take over for a piece, and or do a collaboration again. That's how it's going to go in the Man United agenda. I'm really pleased with the show. So is Matthew Bassett. Do me a favor, guys. Press the like button for us if you don't mind. I am begging. This season, I'm going to start begging you guys to press the like. I promise I wouldn't do that in the past, but I will start begging. Press the like, guys. Do that now for us if you don't mind. Matthew Bassett says it. Mr. B, we will see you tomorrow, no doubt.
Most definitely.
And you guys in the comments, thanks for contributing again. We're going to sign out once I find the outro, and we'll see you at 8:30 tomorrow. God bless. Later.